In Kol Yachinuch V'Adrocha, the Rebbe writes, it's kind of brief and vague, but the Rebbe writes that you have to educate a child according to his age. So let's say at the age of 4, approximately, what you have to achieve with the child is that the child should like to be clean and should not be too picky with his food. A child is 5. What you want to accomplish with a 5-year-old, again, give or take a year, what you want to accomplish with a 5-year-old is that he should be neat, his clothing. He should obey his teachers. And there's a third thing, I forget what it was. At 6 years old, he should know that time is precious, not to waste time. And he should appreciate learning. That knowing is better than not knowing. And gradually you raise a child through these stages until he becomes a mensch. The main thing in a chassidische chinuch is, where does your child get his tainug? What is your tainug? So of course there is discipline, which means whether you like it or not, you do what you have to do. It's not about your pleasure. But a chassidische chinuch means doing what you're supposed to do without asking why is a pleasure. Even doing what you're told has a certain pleasure to it. Let me give an example. Discipline is viewed outside of Chabad. Discipline is viewed as a necessary evil. Because a child is irresponsible, because a child doesn't know right from wrong and can get himself into a lot of trouble, he has no choice but to obey what he's told. As soon as he's smart enough, as soon as he is responsible enough, you can get rid of this necessary evil. And then he's a mensch, when he doesn't have to listen anymore. That's true in every society, in every culture, except in Chabad. By us, doing what you're told to do is an art, not a necessary evil. If you don't have that art, if you don't have that chush, then you're not a developed human being. You're not a complete mensch. The mashal for it is this. Everybody needs discipline. But what does discipline mean? You have a policeman who disciplines people, and you have a sergeant in the army, disciplines soldiers. They're very different. A policeman disciplines people when they're misbehaving. He catches you misbehaving, he stops. He doesn't let you commit the crime. If you're behaving, he has nothing to say. A sergeant is the exact opposite. When a sergeant tells a soldier what to do, and the soldier doesn't do it, then the sergeant's job is over. He calls the military police, you take him away. A sergeant doesn't waste time with people who don't do what they're told. Yet, the sergeant disciplines. What does he discipline? When a soldier does what he is told to do, the sergeant disciplines him because whatever he did is not good enough. So if the sergeant says, stand at attention, and you don't, then he calls the police. But if you do, then he comes over to you and says, this is called standing at attention. Stand the way you're supposed to stand. He tells you to polish your boots. If you polish your boots, he takes a look at it and he says, this is called polished. Go do it again. Get it right. So the sergeant disciplines good behavior. A policeman disciplines bad behavior. Chinuch is primarily the discipline in the good behavior. And somebody pointed out, not a Jewish writer, somebody pointed out that it's very interesting. Nobody develops a good relationship with a policeman. But people who go to the army remember with great fondness their tough sergeant. At the time, they didn't like him. But in the end, they like him. So when you think of the obedience of a soldier, everybody says, what is a soldier? Follows orders. Not exactly. That's shallow. A soldier who does nothing but follow orders is not a very useful soldier. You're not going to win a war with a bunch of soldiers who need to be told what to do. The obedience of a soldier is very, very important. You tell a soldier that the enemy is up on top of the hill and he has to climb the hill and get rid of the enemy. But the hill is very steep and it's muddy and it's a hot day and he didn't sleep very well the night before. And he certainly hasn't had his second cup of coffee. A normal human being would say, I can't climb the hill, muddy, and more. I didn't sleep all night. I'm tired. I didn't have my coffee. I can't. A soldier means a person who knows that he has to climb the hill, climbs the hill. Not he obeys. He is capable of obeying. Because a regular person couldn't. The regular person has 500 conditions that have to be met before he can do anything. Can't be too heavy. Can't be uphill. I don't do good uphill. Can't be on a hot day. On a hot day, I just fall apart. I can't. In the rain, I hate the rain. I can't go in there. I can't function in the rain. Never mind the fact that they're shooting at me, which makes me nervous. So he'll have 100 excuses, not that he can't, and he really can't. So when a child says, I don't want to go, I don't want to do my homework, not true. He can't. He can't do his homework. Why? Because he can't do something unless he's in the mood. And he's not in the mood. He can't do his homework because he gets distracted and he doesn't know how to concentrate. He can't do his homework because he just heard that his friends are playing in the park. So he's handicapped by 100 little things for every occasion. A soldier means, if I have to do it, I'll do it. I have to carry a heavy pack? I have to crawl through the mud? So you crawl through the mud. That's the difference. A soldier who has been disciplined correctly is not obedient in the sense that he doesn't think. He's obedient in the sense that nothing stops him from doing what needs to be done. Visualize this really well. Somebody came over to the Rebbe on Eastern Parkway. It was raining and the Rebbe was walking home or from home, and he offered to share the umbrella. And the Rebbe declined. So the guy was a little surprised. So the Rebbe said, did you ever see a soldier with an umbrella? I mean, just try to picture that. On the front lines, they're shooting. He's got a gun and an umbrella. It's almost like, you want to shoot at me, fine, but get wet from the rain, I can't stand that. So again, what is the obedience of a soldier? Not a necessary evil. It's a freedom. It's empowering. He can do it. So I once asked a group of Bachrim, young Bachrim in a yeshiva, I said, try something, an experiment. Wake up tomorrow morning and say, just for today, I can do it. Tell me what to do. I can do it. Go ahead, test me. Tell me to learn Gemara. I can do it. Tell me to daven. I'll do it. I am capable today. See how that feels. Does it feel like you're not a mensch because you're doing what you're told and not what you want to do? Or will you feel for the first time in your life, today you are a mensch because you can do it?